All right, so today we're going to talk about section 6.2, which covers factoring of a trinomial of the form x squared plus bx plus c. All right, so the important thing is the highest power of this trinomial is x squared, and the coefficient of that highest power is 1 for this section. The idea here is that we need to kind of undo the FOIL method. So just to see what we're getting at here, recall that when we FOIL, say, x plus 1 times x minus 2, initially we get 4 terms, right? 2 times 2 gives us 4 things. So we get x times x squared, x times negative 2 is negative 2x, 1 times x is just x, and 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. So we got the 4 terms. Now, what will happen generally is 2 of those terms are like terms, and we can combine them. So x squared minus x minus 2 is what we would get for the simplified form. Now notice that if we started there, we wouldn't necessarily know what the 2 things adding up to the middle term are. And those coefficients on these 2 terms are the parts of the factor, the number part of the factor. Okay, so we have to somehow take this middle term apart to reconstruct what the factors would be. And it's really a pretty simple method. And there's actually some other tools we can use to simplify it even further. I'm just going to start with an example of the basic process. Okay, so we're going to factor out x squared minus x minus 6. And we know that our factors for now, since this coefficient is 1, the variable part of the factor must just be an x. So we just need to reconstruct the number part, or the number term. Okay, so to do this, we need to look at what multiplies to negative 6 that will add up to negative 1, right? That's what happened here is these 2 terms multiply together, give us the last term, and then those terms added together are the coefficient of the middle term. So we need to figure out first, what are all of our possible factorizations of negative 6? So I would just do negative 1 times 6, negative 2 times 3. Okay, we could also do negative 3 times 2, and negative 6 times 1. Okay, so those are the possible factors of negative 6. Now we need to find the ones that add up to negative 1. So just add them together. Negative 1 plus 6 is 5. That one won't work. Okay, then we do negative 2 plus 3 is 1. All right, we're close, but it needs to be a negative 1. So that one's not going to work. Negative 3 plus 2. All right, there we got that one to add up to negative 1. So that's going to be, those are our number parts, or number terms of the factors. So negative 3 and plus 2. So our factorization should be x minus 3 times x plus 2. And of course, if we really want to be sure, we can always check by doing FOIL. So let's do x times x is x squared, 2 times x is 2x, negative 3 times x is negative 3x, and negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. And then combining like terms, we get x squared minus x minus 6. Looks good to me.